Hello everyone, this is Shruti Sharma, student of ABS IT CSAI branch, and today we are having a group presentation on the topic humor and how it heals. We are going to express our ideas and thought through a virtual presentation and hoping you all would like it. Along with me, Shikhar Raj, Muskan Sangal, and Kshitij Parashar will discuss some other aspects of humor in upcoming slides. And now I am going to discuss the meaning of humor, its purpose, and how writers uses humor. So let's start with an introduction. So when we hear the word humor, what comes in our mind? Like, what is humor? So humor is nothing but we can say it is a literary tool that make audience laugh or intends to induce amusement and laughter. Quite difficult. Make it simple. In simple words, anything which brings a smile on a person's face is considered as humor. So moving towards the next slide, like purpose. So the main purpose of humor, why writers adding humor in their books, so its purpose is just to break the monotony, boredom and tedium and make audience nerve relaxed. Like, we are living in a competitive world and everyone's life is just becoming hectic, full of pressure, whether it is a life of student, whether it is a life of a person having a job, or even our prime minister is having a lot of pressure these days, right? So humor is the best way to feel relaxed, and it is very important in everybody's life. So moving next, how writer uses humor. So writer uses different techniques, tools, word, even full of sentences in order to bring light, new and funny sides of life. Like, humor is often found in literature, theaters, movies, advertisement, and the major purpose is just to make the readers happy and so that they cannot be bored by reading them. Like, if we take an example of Albert Einstein, he is a great physicist and scientist, and we all know him, right? He also believed in humor and he presented many of his scientific ideas in a healthy, humorous way. For example, he was writing a book in which he uses he used a phrase. The phrase was, falling in love is not at all the most stupid thing that people do, but gravitation cannot be responsible for it. And it is quite humorous and which is and famous also. So moving towards other, there are many other authors, writers who uses humor in their books, reading books, etc. So if we talk about Bill Cosby, he's a famous writer, author, and a stand-up comedian. Although his life was not that easy, he had to suffer a lot, and in spite of getting depressed, he collected his courage and brings a smile on other face. He was giving a seminar and in which he was sharing his life, and then he said, through humor you can soften some of the worst blow of life delivered, and once you find laughter, no matter how painful your situation might be, you can survive it. And this is a true thing. So humor is most important in everybody's life. So now Shikhar will continue and share some other points regarding humor.
Thank you, Shruti. That was very insightful. Now I am gonna speak on how it heals. It's true, laughter is a strong medicine. It draws people together in a ways that trigger healthy physical and emotional changes in the body. Nothing works faster or more dependably to bring your mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens your burdens, inspires hope, connects you to others, and keeps you grounded, focused, and alert. It also helps you release anger and forgive sooner. As children, we used to laugh hundreds of times a day. But as adults, life tends to be more serious and laughter is more infrequent. But by seeking out more opportunities for humor and laughter, you can improve your emotional health, strengthen your relationships, and find greater happiness and even add years to your life. Okay, so it's no replacement for going to a gym, but one study found out that laughing for 10 to 15 minutes a day can burn approximately 40 calories, which could be enough to lose 3 or 4 pounds over the course of a year. Nothing diffuses anger and conflicts faster than a shared laugh. Looking at the funny side can put problems and perspectives in and enable you to move on from confrontations without holding on to bitterness or resentment or any grudges. Thank you very much. This was from my side, and now Muskan Sangal will be speaking to you all.
Well, thank you, Shikhar. I'm Muskan Sangal this side from Section 6 from CSEI branch. I'll carry on from here. In the previous slide, Shruti and Shikhar told you about what is humor and their various specifications. And in the list, I would like to add the link between mental health and humor. For our mental health, one factor which affects the most is surroundings. So we need to pay more attention to our surroundings and make them happy. Now the question is, why to make surroundings happy? Mental health is something which is directly connected to our mind or brain. So everything going around us would make a strong effect on our mental health. Now we think how surrounding affects. See, if the aura around us is happy, we automatically become happy, and if the aura around us is sad, we automatically become sad. It's a human tendency. So we have to pay attention to our surroundings and make them happy. Now, it's even said that humor and mental health are connected in a way, as the point number 2 says, humor and mental health are connected. So the thing is, if we somehow makes us to feel happy always, our mental health would improve a lot. That's where humor comes in a play. Humor does the same thing. It helps our aura happy. Now the third point, biological aspects. How humor helps us in our biological aspects, how humor affects us biologically. Even in the saddest say, if someone cracks up a good joke that made us laugh for 5 seconds, during those 5 seconds, our mind feels relaxed. It's proven that laughter enhances our intake of oxygen-rich air, stimulates our heart, lungs and muscles, and increase the endorphins that are released by your brain. Hence, humor affects biologically us too. Now moving forward to next slide, it is a very common question which comes up in everyone's mind, that why do we need humor? We all know common phrases around laughter. Humor works as an escape for point number 1, problems in our daily life. With a healthy dose of humor, we not only cope up more easily with everyday life, but also during particularly difficult and challenging times. It even escapes us from the things which hurt us mentally. That is point number 2. Things hurts mentally. Especially when we have terrible day, private or job-related issues, or even health problems, humor proves to be our knight in shining armor. It does not change our predicament itself, but it does lower our stress levels and helps us see the world with different eyes. On continuing this, I would like to move on my next one. There is a thin line between any good and bad, so we need to know what is good sense of humor. A good sense of humor helps us to find humoristic things out of each and every moment in our lives, which eventually leads to the betterment of mental health. But what is good sense of humor helps us in is, first, tackling problems. To explain this, I can't use anything more better than this. There is a quote that says, if we make fun of problems, the problem seems to get sorted out. Hence, it helps us in handling the problems. But we all have some sort of misunderstandings about having good sense of humor, which turns into point number 2, bad humor. Good sense of humor is not always making fun of others. Making inappropriate fun of others is not even humorous. And question is, point number 3, can humor of one hurt someone? So yes, answer is yes, indeed. A humor of one can hurt someone so easily. What about those times when comedy crosses the line of good taste and poking becomes slashing? When humor hurts someone in our family, school, workplace or community, whether delivered as cutting sarcasm, name calling, humiliation, shaming, the pain can be devastating and become toxic in many settings. When it comes to joking, there is a shared responsibility, so the sensitive person does not turn a molehill into a mountain. As one said, no one can make you feel inferior without having your consent. To clear the contrast link between mental health and humor, let us take some common examples. Example number 1, Dr. Mulli Prasad Sharma. A very well-known example is Munna Bhai MBBS. Sanjay Dutt was not a doctor in that movie, but he cured a few of his patients by keeping them happy with care. Similarly, we all have heard of the Kapil Sharma show, our second example. That is nothing but just a comedy show, but whenever we watch that show, we all tend to forget about the problems that we have. Hence, there are tons of examples which proves that laughing helps in curing mental health. Now, let's move on to look at some more specific values of humor which you will get to know by my companion Kshitij Parashar. Thank you, that's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Muskan, for being so generous and welcoming me so warmly into this presentation scene. Thanks a lot. Hello everyone and a very good morning to everyone out there. I am Kshitij Parashar from BTech CSAI branch, section 6, and today I am going to discuss on the topic how to create opportunities for humor while performing or while on stage. So let's get started as quickly as we can. So first of all, what is the first thing that one should do while on stage or while performing at stage? Obviously it's the introduction of oneself. So the first point that we should emphasize on is that how to introduce yourself. So break the ice with your intro. The most important aspect is how well you start or how well you begin framing a joke or a funny narration of an instance. You can introduce yourself in a funny manner by cracking some jokes on your own self. And the one most important thing for being an entertainer or being a comic is that to never be hesitated or afraid to crack jokes on yourself, because that really entertains the audience effectively by making fun of yourself. Never be hesitated to make fun of yourself on stage while being a comic or an entertainer. Introducing yourself with a joke shows that although you take your work seriously, but you are able to have a good sense of humor too, and also that you have confidence to be a little different from others. And that takes a little bit of guts, you know. So make them laugh out loud, crack the jokes, entertain them, be funny while being on stage, and introduce yourself in a funny manner to create a first impression really funny in front of your audience. That makes them indulge in the performance. So moving forward towards the next point, we have make analogies relevant and funny, and also funny. What does it mean? It means relate your content with some real life funny examples so that the audience can relate to it and find themselves in that position, and that makes a joke really effective. Because when someone finds themselves in the exact same position as in the joke, they really relate to it. Moving forward, the next point is specificity and subject area humor. In comedy, specificity is often the secret ingredient of a joke, making it more evocative. That's why someone in a joke not just slips or falls. He or she falls on a banana skin, because the banana skin, that is the main subject area and the specific area of the humor of that joke. Moving forward, we have physical humor. Physical comedy is something really easy to say, but not so easy in real life. It takes a lot of efforts to pull it off on stage. It adds a powerful dimension to your presentation or performance if you can execute it perfectly on stage. It really takes a lot of efforts. Moving forward, we have next point as planting punchlines in questions and answers. Q&A sessions at the end of your talk, at the end of your performance, are a great space to fit some bonus laugh at the end of your talk. Plant punchlines into the answers. Try some mild roasting of the audience, but make sure you don't get below the belt. Or you might set up a friend or colleague in the audience to ask a specific question to you so that you can frame a nice joke on it. This comes in the category of scripting your joke. How to script the joke. So moving forward, exaggerate things. Exaggeration is a really powerful tool in the field of comedy. Exaggerating things into real big problems and trying to convince the audience of the viewers to believe you is a great aspect, is a great factor, and making them believe to be in that place if they were you, so that they also see that exaggerated problem the way you are presenting it to be real big. Moving forward towards the next slide, we have how to add laughter and humor in life. So laughing strengthens the immune system, boosts energy, diminish pain, protects from stress, relax whole body, prevent heart disease, ease anxiety and fear, improves mood, strengthen relationships and promote group bonding, as we have been observing in the past few slides by Shruti, Shikhar and Muskan, how well they express themselves, express their thoughts and ideas on these topics. So moving forward, laugh often. Bringing more laughter into your life doesn't sound like it would be too hard, but for some people it may be, because sometimes life gets us down, like really knocks us down to the knees, and it is hard to get back up and think positive or even consider laughing. If it sounds similar, you may try watching stand-up comics. You may start smiling, be it a fake one, but at least put up a fake smile on your face, because with time, even acting like you are happy will make you believe that you are actually happy, and you'll get used to it and start feeling it for real. Laugh at yourself when you do something really weird or funny. Laughing at yourself really relieves stress. Take a child's approach to life and have fun, live and laugh. So with this, I, Kshitij Parashar, would like to conclude our group's presentation by taking out a common opinion that laughter or humor really heals. Yes, it actually does. And if a person knows how to make others laugh and how to make others smile, he or she probably knows how to tackle any stress or any sad situation in life. He himself is making others' life wonderful by making them laugh and smile. So he or she would probably be a great warrior of stress himself or herself. So thank you very much for being such a great audience and being so generous. You all deserve to be called a great audience. Thank you very much and have a nice, happy and joyful day. That's all from our side. Thank you very much.